this land, because the American people are the beneficiaries of the public services that our federal employees provide. Federal employees come together to help support our veterans. They help make sure our food and water is safe. They help develop treatments and cures to diseases that impact every American family, and the list goes on and on. We will hear from some of them today. So when Donald Trump and Russ Vought over at the OMB, when they viciously attack our federal employees, they are attacking the American people. That is what they are doing. And this shutdown is different from earlier ones, because Donald Trump and Russ Vought and all their cronies are using this moment to terrorize these patriotic federal employees. That's what they're doing. In previous government shutdowns, federal workers got furloughed. They did not get fired. Firing and threatening to fire federal employees is part of the Trump administration's campaign to inflict trauma on our federal workforce. Trauma is not my word. It is the word used by OMB Director Russ Vought about what he wanted to do. Shame, shame, shame on Russ Vought and Donald Trump. And when they tell you that the shutdown is making them fire these federal employees, do not believe it for a moment. That is a big lie. It is a big, fat lie. It is also illegal, and we will see them in court. It's another lie, just as they're lying when they say federal employees who have been furloughed will not get full back pay when the government reopens. That is another lie they are telling. It is the law to make sure federal employees get back pay, because they had nothing to do with the government shutdown, and they should not be the ones who are punished for the government shutdown. What is happening here is this is all part of the Trump 2025 playbook, Project 2025. And it started on day one. It started on day one when Donald Trump brought in Elon Musk to take his so-called chainsaw to the federal government. Chainsaw was Elon Musk's metaphor, not ours. It's part of their Project 2025 playbook to get rid of hardworking, nonpartisan federal employees and replace them with partisan political cronies. It's part of their playbook to dismantle big parts of the federal government and contract out those services to their billionaire buddies. And we are here to say, no way. We are going to stop this. So the message we have today: federal employees, stop attacking the American people, and start negotiating to reopen the federal government and address the looming health care crisis is upon us. You may remember that candidate Donald Trump, he said he knew nothing about Project 2025. He denied knowing about it because he knew it was unpopular. What did he say he was going to focus on day one? Bringing down prices, bringing down costs. That's what he said. Today, he's doing the opposite. Today, he is taking the reins of government to impose pain on federal employees and pain on the American people, as outlined in Project 2025, and he's doing nothing to bring down costs, including the ticking time bomb they left on health care costs for the American people. So Donald Trump, come to the negotiating table, bring down costs and prices, and stop inflicting harm and terrorizing federal employees and the American people. That is our message today. And now I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, this is Partnership Across the Potomac, Mark Warner.
Thank you, Chris. Well, thank you, Chris, and good morning, everybody. And to our great federal workers, thank you for being here. Although I have to tell you, you're probably going to hear similar messages, all of us. You know, it bears repeating, but I'll be brief. We've got a lot of members here, and we frankly want to hear from the federal workers as well. These are people. These are not political pawns. These are not trading chips in some political debate. We know right now the Republicans control the White House, the House, and the Senate. This is a Donald Trump Rust vote shutdown. It needs to come to an end. Truth is, as well, as Chris mentioned, but the law that makes sure that federal employees get back pay was signed by Donald Trump. So the idea that he doesn't understand that everybody has to get paid back shows maybe how short his memory span is, or how arbitrarily he wants to pick and choose. And that is one of the things we've got also concerns. We'll get the government reopened, but we've got to also make sure that when a deal is struck, it is kept. Russ Vought at the OMB cannot pick and choose which federal programs to fund after Congress and the President has come together. We've got NIH scientists back here that have been laid off. How does that help us in competition with China? We saw on Friday a series of folks laid off from special ed programs, from the CDC, and then hired back later the same evening. A program that I've been involved with for a long time, Community Development Financial Institutions, CDFIs. They fired everybody in that department on Friday. I wonder if they knew that Donald Trump, in the last part of the COVID area, put the most money into CDFIs in modern American history. He has been the champion of that program. Now he fires everyone in that program. We got to end this shutdown. We've got to come to the table on health care. We know in Virginia, we're already getting letters showing health care rates going from somebody in Roanoke making $800 or paying $800 a month. Their rates will go up to $2,000 starting in November. We can do both. Let's get the government reopened. Let's stop this health care crisis cliff and make sure these federal workers get back pay and get back to doing their duty and helping the American public. I'm now going to turn it over to a great new member of the delegation, Senator Angela Alsobrooks.